All right, creatures of the night. Welcome to episode 219 of Talking Taker. Our encyclopedic exploration digging up the career of the greatest professional wrestling character of all time, The Undertaker. My name is Alex Dorio, and I want to thank all of you out there in the PSK, the Pod Street crew, for joining us for yet another round of Dead Man Talking. And I am joined, as always, by my tag team partner, my wrestling buddy, my fellow creature of the night, fellow PSK member. We call him the Corey Hart of this podcast because he wears his sunglasses at night. Yes, we do. Mr. Travis White. Travis,
mercy.
You're not just trying to be the John Stamos of the professional wrestling podcasting world. We're doing this for a reason. We're doing this in honor of the legendary Mr. Hughes himself, Mr. Curtis Hughes, because we are talking about him tonight. We're talking about his rivalry with The Undertaker and an iconic moment from WWF Superstars in 1993. That's right. Just like last year for our December episode, we're going to have a little Superstars slumber party. Me and you, man. We're going to hang out and watch some old Saturday morning wrestling, just like we used to do back in the day. And we're going to cover a couple of Undertaker's memorable moments from 30 years ago on WWF Superstars in 1993. A couple moments that we didn't really talk about too much in the early days of the Talking Taker podcast, because these episodes, they weren't available on Peacock. And especially the first moment we're going to talk about with Mr. Hughes, it didn't really lead to a pay-per-view match, but it's pretty iconic. And then we're going to talk about another pretty memorable moment that involved the Stars and Bars, if you will, that is pretty infamous in The Undertaker's legacy, and happened on WWF Superstars. And we just, it's so memorable. It's so iconic. I just posted a picture of it on Instagram a couple weeks ago on the anniversary. Got a ton of likes. So it's like, we got to cover that moment as well. So we're going to talk about those. We're also going to watch parts of those Superstars episodes and talk about the jobbers and the signs and the Technicolors on all the tights, how colorful everything is, and just reminisce about that, much like we did last year. But and like I said, I wanted to feel like you're sitting there watching wrestling with your best friend when you were like our age, when you were a little kid, having a little slumber party. You wake up on Saturday morning, you turn wrestling on, which you and I did. We weren't quite friends at this point in our lives, but we definitely did do that many times. And when I started to think about those memories, usually watching wrestling turned into actually wrestling in our bedrooms or in the living room. Man, what comes to mind? What are some of those memories of me and you just going all out and having those sleepover wrestling matches?
Oh, just using the dummy that my aunt had made. And we've talked about him several times on this podcast. Whenever we were at my house.
It's been a long time, though. Remind the people about that thing, because that was amazing.
A 6-foot stuffed dummy, basically. My aunt knitted him together. She basically stuffed him with, towels and stuffing and this and that and the other. But he had an NWO shirt, I believe it was, black jeans, socks. I mean, he's 6 feet tall, basically. So, but he was just a stuffed dummy. My kids have like an MMA wrestling or like an MMA sparring dummy now that's a little smaller, about 3.5 feet tall, but it's the same idea.
Kind of like that.
It was an average size wrestling buddy, our size wrestling buddy. So we used that with triple threat matches, me, you, and him, at my house. But yeah, we had some good stuff. We'd always get the cookie sheet and the aluminum pie pan, or I had a hat.
Oh my gosh!
The thing that you could put your hat in and put it in the dishwasher.
Yes,
that thing. We'd use that on each other. Yeah, good stuff, man.
That thing hurt like a mother.
Yeah, it's smart, as they say.
Yeah. Oh man, I remember we had a lot of wrestlers talk about those matches on house shows that were some of the best matches people never saw. We had some great matches that no one will ever see. I remember one time we had a match right after the science fair. So it was probably 7th or 8th grade, middle school. And in the science fair, you had to make those big, the trifold poster boards with your display and everything. So after the display was over, you take it home, and we used those as tables. So we had 2 or 3 of them, and we would power bomb each other through it. So it would break in half. And that was an incredible wrestling prop. And then I don't think this is a sleepover, but man, the worst match we ever had was
trampoline.
on the trampoline,
Yeah, I
man.
was about to say that.
Well, we were at somebody in your neighborhood's house that had a
Ryan Cox.
trampoline, and you climbed up onto the top of a swing set that was right next to the trampoline.
Yeah.
And you had put a for sale sign from somebody's yard across my chest. So I guess that's plastic signboard across my chest, and you climbed up there, and you were always the risk taker, the cruiserweight of our group. And yeah, peak. That had to be 2000, so it's peak Hardy Boys,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you hit a picture perfect swanton on me, but it was not a working swanton, man. You came on me with 120 pounds right on my rib cage.
Yeah, my bad. It looked great though.
Oh, I'm sure it did, man.
It looked beautiful. Too bad it felt like a train wreck. Yeah, I think I'm paying for that move today. It's my neck and my back still. So probably the reason I never did get in the actual ring. So yeah, man, those are good times, dude.
Good times.
Plus, we made our own storylines and videos that we have yet to reveal on this. I don't know how we could possibly do them on here. I don't know if there's a way to make it work. But
there's a way. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know if it'll be interesting or not. So.
If the PSK wants to see our old wrestling videos from middle school and high school, we can find a way to get them on here.
They actually do tell a story.
They do. Yeah.
There's a story behind all of it. Yeah.
Absolutely. That's good stuff, man. Well, we're going to reminisce like that. And like I said, we're going to throw on some classic WWF superstars from 1993, 30 years ago here on Peacock. We're going to watch along to bits and pieces of those episodes. So a little bit of one episode, a little bit of another one, and we hope you'll join us for that. And of course, we'll do our running commentary for it. But you know how it is here on Talking Taker. Once a month, we come out, and you know we got to hit you with the full month's worth of Undertaker sightings. And as usual, there's another jam-packed month of them here to cover. Got them here in my notes app that I am pulling up once I get to it.
You know, you said we were wearing these glasses in tribute to Curtis Hughes, and I live every day, Mr. Hughes. Just little known fact.
You live every day in honor of him.
Yeah, because I wear these glasses every day.
You sure do.
If you're wondering, these are not Cruise specials. These are Dollar Tree, maybe.
Dollar Tree specials.
$1, probably $1.25 now because of inflation, but yeah, $1.25 tree now. But yeah,
but you're looking 100 in them.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking California. I might be feeling Minnesota, but yeah, it's definitely good stuff, man. Yeah.
Well, our Undertaker sightings this month.
Keep them on?
You do have whatever you feel.
I'd like to.
I'm gonna put them on when the match comes on. I'm gonna put mine back on, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. You do what you want. Undertaker sightings this month. This is news to you. I meant to fill you in on this before we started the episode, but I'll just fill you in right now. We're going to be brought to you by WWEshop.com this month on the Undertaker sightings because Talking Taker, we are an official affiliate of WWEshop.com. So we're going to post our link here in the show comments and post our a link on YouTube in the comments and then in the show notes on the podcast. We don't have a code for you to use, but I mean, we don't have a coupon code for you to use, but if you click on our link, you purchase your Christmas gifts, whatever, your new CM Punk t-shirts or memorabilia at WWEshop.com. We'll get a little bit of a kickback here to Talking Taker. So if you're going to shop with WWE Shop, please, we encourage you, if you're out there in the PSK, do us a solid and use the link that's going to be right here in the show notes, right here in the comments on YouTube. We usually tell you to buy our TeePublic stuff, but we want you to buy actual Undertaker stuff this time. Get the
awesome.
Get that inflatable that's on clearance now for your Halloween next year. Buy some Christmas ornaments. We know a lot of you out there are going to be using or buying stuff from WWE Shop, so please use our link below to do it. And it just takes you to the same website and it just gives us a little kickback. So we would appreciate it. Yeah, man.
Bravo to us.
Absolutely. Well, Undertaker, let's he showed up in Saudi Arabia in the month of November, him and Vince McMahon and Kane, C-A-N, Kane showed up.
Yeah, he did. That's gotta be a Kane. Yeah. Taker, Vince and the Brothers of Destruction.
That's right. And we can tie this in because he's had a few more episodes of 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway. He actually talked about that a little bit on the latest episode that just came out today. He talked about that trip over there with Vince and how everyone thinks Vince is about to kick the bucket. And he's like, dude, Vince at 78 could do things that most people at 38 can't. And he said he just had surgery on his spine. And of course, the doctors want him to rest, but he immediately just goes to the gym and starts working out. And he should be on a walker or in a wheelchair, Mark said, but he goes out there on a cane because he feels like he needs to be seen. He feels like, this merger is going on. There's all this talk and there's a big event going on over there. They've got all this stuff invested in Saudi. So he feels like he needs to be seen and he's going to go do it. So, of course, that gets all the rumors started about Vince's health, but Taker said he's doing way better than everybody can even understand.
Well, his mustache was looking right.
They did not talk about that.
Pencil thin mustache, dude. Yeah.
But I said on last month's episode, we're not going to recap every episode of 6 Feet Under here, but just a quick.
I'll be honest, I haven't watched another one except that first one because life is busy. I just can't. It's difficult, but I'd like to see some. You've told me some of them were kind of like not missing anything,
Yeah, I've kept up with it. I've been listening to them, and a couple of them have been really, really good. And again, I encourage people out there, if you're watching or listening to this podcast, I'm sure you would really enjoy this one. And it's a good deal. It's a good price. They're putting out episodes every week. One episode was about all of Undertaker's injuries through the years. So they just talked about various ones. It was real interesting. He revealed that his orbital bone injuries, one from Mabel, leg drop on him, and then another one from Rey Mysterio, hit him with the 619 with the knee brace and injured the other one. Those are the worst ones, and he said he still pretty much has double vision, kind of like all the time from that, especially at night and stuff, and it's still not right in there. He still has to just kind of squint to see things, and it's never been the same ever since those injuries. So I thought that was pretty fascinating. And he shared a good quote from MVP on that one. He said around 2010 or 11 or so, he was backstage, and Taker, years are piling up. His taste kind of moving a little slow, a little harder to get around. And MVP told him, he said, "Man, I hope I get to walk like you one day." And Undertaker said he thought that was a really cool thing to say. Just showed a lot of respect. His MVP, he wasn't joking. He was saying, like, I hope that I can have that legacy where I've given my body to this business where, I have that, John Wayne walk or however you want to put it. I just thought that was a funny quote.
That's pretty cool. Well, he always comes out with is a cane. So whether he needs it or not,
tying it in right there.
Yeah. He might have that walk now.
There was an episode talking about old hunting stories, which honestly, that was one I had to hit the skip button on a few times. It didn't really interest me all that much. But then there was a great episode just about Survivor Series and his history at Survivor Series. Of course, they talk about the debut a little bit, and Taker finally kind of admits, I hit Coco a little snug on that tombstone. I used to think he was just complaining about it, but I've watched it recently, and I might owe him an apology. They talk about the Hogan stuff, which I kind of recapped. He talked about that on the One Dead Man show I went to. But one of the fans commented and had an incredible one-liner and said, as Hogan has always said, "Oh yeah, he broke my neck. He really got me with that tombstone." He said, Hogan, Coco got the tombstone that Hogan thinks he got.
Yeah, exactly.
And he finally, Mark Calloway finally told the truth about those Survivor Series 2000 Python pants.
Oh, and, did he?
Matt Lyda snuck it in there, questioned about it, and Taker cursed him out, but basically said, "I thought it was going to be cool."
Did he borrow from Goodfather?
No, he had them custom made. Whoever the lady is that does all the stuff backstage, costumes and sewing up stuff. He said they were always trying to get me to go outside the box and do stuff, and I would never do it. And I finally went to her about a month before that match and said, think about some Python pants. And she was like, no, you're not. Basically said on a guy his size, that's not going to look good.
Yeah.
They tried to talk him out of it, but he insisted on it and said, he thought he looked great out there, and then got to the back and just got roasted, and never wanted to speak of him again.
Oh, that's amazing.
So
that's awesome.
I feel like that rumor went around for years and years and years, but we really debunked it here on Talking Taker. We even got the Godfather himself to debunk it, but we finally got the truth out of Mark Calloway all these years later. So that's incredible. Awesome. At 23 years after the fact.
Yeah. Very cool.
Very cool. So, and then one last thing. Speaking of those One Dead Man shows, one of our loyal listeners and PSK members, we've talked about him on here. He was on our tribute Thank You Taker episode. Joe Curious Torrance on Instagram, this incredible cosplayer of The Undertaker. He's been doing it for years. Well, he finally got to meet The Undertaker at one of his latest One Dead Man shows. And not only that, dude, what a dream come true. He did the cosplay. He dressed up as Taker, did the meet and greet, and then got featured on Undertaker's social media, on the WWE social media. They showed their interaction. I mean,
that's awesome.
I'm sure he was nervous. Taker could have just no-sold it. He could have got laughed at. All this bad stuff could have happened, but it couldn't have gone any better. You saw that video, right?
Oh yeah, it was great, man. It was fantastic, and I hope it was worth the wait for him, because I think it should have been. It's really cool feather in his cap, man. He got featured on all those things, because Taker brings eyes to, anything they post about Taker, people are going to see it. So that's really cool. I'm really proud of him and happy for him that he got to cosplay and have that interaction with his idol. That's awesome.
Yeah. Took a lot of bravery, took a lot of boldness to it. I think it was awesome, and we're proud of you, buddy. It was so cool. What a moment. You'll have that for the rest of your life. And just to have WWE blow it up is even cooler.
Yeah.
And speaking of fans, I know you watched that Vlad the Superfan documentary, right?
Yeah, I did.
Undertaker was featured on that, but I want to encourage all our listeners, if you're a fan of wrestling, you will enjoy this story of the Superfan. I mean, it got me in my feels, man. Got me emotional.
Get these ready.
That's right.
Yeah, you warned me that it was a little emotional, but I wasn't prepared for what I got. I wasn't as prepared as I thought I was. So yeah, it got me a couple times, man. And it's only like 38, 40 minutes long or something. It's not.
It's like not one episode of a TV
2
show.
hours or anything, but it's it's worth it. Some people were like, "Why they cut it so short?" Honestly, it told the story. It needed to. It was good.
Yeah, didn't need to be 90 minutes or anything.
No, very, very well done, and it just pulls on your heartstrings, man.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he was at the house show you went to, but you did get to go to a recent WWE live event and took your boys for their very first WWE show, man. You got to tell us all about that.
Yeah, so it was very, very cool. My boys had no idea we were going. I have a video of it that my wife was recording as I told them, because our buddy Glenn was coming to pick us up. And I was like, Glenn's coming to get us. Like, why? I was like, because we're going there to either. What? And they're just freaking out, man. They just had a great time. Who's going to be the Cody? Yeah. It was a blast, dude. And it made it all worth it, because we got there and we took Glenn's 2-year-old with us too. So he got to go with us. And so it was awesome. They had a great time. And I'll read the card for you guys if you want to know. And
sure.
Because it was honestly probably one of, if not the best house show I've ever been to. Like, it was, as far as stacked, like, here's the matches. It was Kevin Owens versus Jimmy Uso. KO wins. LA Knight versus Grayson Waller. LA Knight wins. Becky versus Zoe Stark. Becky wins. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. IC title match. Gunther wins.
Ooh.
Cody versus The Miz. So Miz he was kind of being babyface at that point, but he cut a heel promo backstage to make sure the crowd turn on him. That may have been the entertaining match tonight, and I'll explain that in a minute.
Oh, yeah.
But Cody wins. Jay versus Dom. Jay wins. Io versus Bianca versus Charlotte. Women's title triple threat. Io wins. And then the main event was Seth versus Drew McIntyre for the world title, and Seth won. So, I mean, everyone I just named there, I think was on almost everyone there was on Survivor Series this past weekend. So it's just crazy. Like, those are all the big names besides like Roman, like it's just wild. I mean, all those guys were main event. And yeah, they're not rocking awesome, but as far as what the WWE is presenting right now, those are the big names. It
That
was
sounds
awesome,
like
dude.
a pay-per-view lineup.
That's why I
There's
said I told
no
boys it's like this was a pay per view that we just saw for
that's a
$26. Like
TLC lineup, no scrubs.
yeah, exactly, dude. But Gunther, man, I was getting popcorn for my for my boys. I heard the chop across Steve's chest when I was at the concession stand getting popcorn. No lie, it was
Dude,
like, pow! Oh yeah, it was wild. Cody versus Miz was great because Charles Robinson's the referee, and this was the most as far as entertainment WWE like match of the whole night. It was again a house show. If you guys have never been, I encourage you. It's honestly it's televised shows are fun, but these are probably more fun because the guys are just cutting loose and they can interact with the crowd, and it doesn't matter. There's no time
right.
cues and commercial breaks. But anyway, they got this thing where Miz thought he got a 3 count, and it was a 2 count. So he gets in Charles Robinson's face and like 2, and he's like 3, and Robinson's like 2. Robinson runs up, backing him into the corner, standing in the middle turnbuckle, and just yelling in his face like, "It was a 2 count! It was a 2 count!" Like, and he was getting in Miz's face, and it was just awesome, dude. So it was just really, really cool, and the kids had a blast singing the theme songs for Cody and Seth and all that. It was just a really good time, and they were ready to go back. So,
Ready to go back. That's right.
yeah, dude. They wanted the autographed posters of Cody and everything, but the lines were so long. So maybe we'll get some for Christmas or something. But yeah, it was really, really fun experience, man. One of the best experiences I've had at a show.
Oh
so.
man, what a dream come true for you as a father.
Yeah,
That's got to be the ultimate dream as a wrestling fan, to be
yeah,
able to pass that on. We were just talking about those memories of us as
yeah.
kids at their age, and now you get to have that and live that through that. Man, I'm so happy for you. That's such an awesome story.
Yeah, it was really good. It was worth it, man. It was worth the wait.
Yeah.
It's like I said, my oldest is 11. My middle child is 7. So it's been Glenn's kids too. He might not remember it, but my boys are going to remember that night for
Yeah.
forever. So it was awesome. So
And
really good time.
their fandom, they may not turn into us. They may not be lifelong fans, but you'll always
They
have
watched Survivor
this
Series
moment
me.
with them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
we'll
cool.
always have that. It was very, very, very cool. So, and again, some of those guys weren't advertised. Like I had no idea KO was going to be there. No idea Becky was going to be there. They weren't advertised either. I don't think Charlotte was advertised. It was
Yeah.
wild, man. Like to see the names that popped up. So very, very cool. Very
Good,
cool,
dude. Good deal. Well, hope they get to go to another one next year, and I'm sure we'll hear more about that if they do.
Yeah.
You said you couldn't get them any merch. Well, buddy, I got you a little something here. It's our December episode, so we kind of have a tradition of exchanging gifts here live on the podcast. So I sent you a little something a couple of weeks ago. It is there for you to open up. A couple little wrestling theme surprises. So why don't you?
You ready? All right.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. And yeah, yours is this drops December 1st. It'll be shipping December 1st. Unfortunately,
Okay.
it does not ship till then, so you'll have to open it up at a later date. So it will not
Fair
be
enough.
there in time for this episode. So let me see what's in this box. What's in the box?
What's it?
Oh man!
Oh, you open the big boy first.
Down Abdullah the Butcher, ribs and Chinese food.
It's,
Oh my! We got serious diarrhea there one time. I mean, that place made us ill.
Fork, yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
where did you find
You look
that?
good.
It's good. Can I go hi-hat with it?
That's straight from Abby.
Amazing, dude. I love this hat.
You might have to get drug tested after you put that on.
I may. I'm going to work with like this tomorrow. I may get drug tested. Oh, man. Look at this. Ministry of Darkness.
That's right, man.
You get that?
Enter the ministry.
There it is. Gotta hang this. So we did our Christmas decorations a little bit early this year.
Yeah.
And when I got back home, I was somewhere. I got back home, the kids already put most of the ornaments on. And I was asking my son, I was like, y'all put the Taker one? Yeah, Mom has put it at the back though. So little will she know this is gonna go right at the front. So
right in the front.
Enter the ministry that goes along with, my life, I guess. So,
sure.
the ministry. Oh, look at this little guy.
Yeah, just a little trinket right there.
Guy. Micro collection. Awesome. Awesome blossom. That is a card. Oh, and 3 Christmas tree cakes.
Yeah, just some little snacks.
Absolutely.
For the podcast.
I haven't had one of these in a week.
Yeah, you're lying. I haven't had one in an hour.
I really haven't. I ran out. I had 7 boxes at work and I ran out. Somebody work got me 7 boxes, and I love them so much. So
Well, they're practically sold out by now. You can't hardly get
yeah,
them.
dude, this hat is where it's at. Thank you so much, man. This is
Best
awesome.
strips in town.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not see this coming at all. I
There's
seen
no
it
way
coming,
you did.
but there's no way I saw this coming. That's for sure. That's for dang sure,
That's right, man.
dude. Thank you so much. Merry
Never
Christmas.
forget. Never forget.
Oh,
2011.
Montezuma's Revenge, Abby's Revenge.
Abdullah's Revenge is what it's called.
Yeah, this is wild. Oh, yeah. I appreciate it, man.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
You look good.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Hopefully you'll look good in yours too.
I'm sure I will. Well, let's do this, man. There's no Abdullah the Butcher on here, but we're gonna watch some WWF
Thank God.
Superstars from June 12th, 1993. That's gonna be our first episode.
So good, but it
Tastes good? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Not too
Maybe
stale.
after 2 weeks in a box. It's so good. They probably make them in like February and put them on the shelf in December.
They might have made them in 1993. Who knows? They probably last that long.
Yeah. I can't go over how good this hat looks in this camera.
With the shades too.
Yeah. Oh. Blame on the guy in shades, baby.
June 12th, 1993. That's what we're going to be watching here. So we're going to kick it off from the very beginning, and we'll get to the Undertaker's match, and then we'll switch to a different episode. But if you care to watch along with us, that's what we're doing here. We of course, us with our WWE shop money, we of course spring for the premium Peacock. So you better fast forward through all those commercials and get queued up to watch that with us. Man, what were you doing on June 12th, 1993?
Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was 7 years old.
Yep.
I was probably a Hilton head, honestly. To be honest with you. June, that sounds like primo Hilton head time. Yeah, I was probably there. Playing at the beach, honestly.
Yeah.
I probably wasn't watching wrestling.
Probably not.
I was watching like a Saturday morning, or watching like Saturday night, like Sting or something, just casually, not religiously. So I was starting from the beginning.
Probably watching Thundercats.
Oh, maybe SWAT Cats. At this point, we had
Street Sharks
come out. So yeah. Oh, speaking of Street Sharks, fun fact for you: I just watched an interview with Adam Copeland, Edge. It's hard not to say Edge. From AEW, and his first tattoo ever was a street shark on his back. It was actually just a shark, but it looked like a street shark. Like they came out the next year, and so he got it covered up, thinking that it would look too much like he's like a clown with a street shark on his shoulder. So that was a little fun fact I learned. And now he's like, I wish I had the street shark back because they're cool. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll start from the beginning and we'll watch some of the fun stuff before Undertaker's thing. So, yeah, this was my wife's first birthday.
Wow.
June 12th, 1992.
Golly.
Born June 12th, 92. So, yeah, happy birthday to her. Why don't you give us the countdown as you inhale that cake?
Well, I can eat all 3 of those right now.
I hope you do.
Right. I hope you dance. All right, so we go 3, 2, 1. This hat's got me wild tonight. We'll go 3, 2, 1, play. Ring. Play.
Got out there for a minute, but we got you back. I heard the play. I heard 3 and then play.
Fine. That's all you needed to hear.
Oh, I saw that belly rub from Kamala. You're gonna be doing that after these Christmas tree cakes.
That's all you need, man. As long as you hear the beginning and the end. That's like I've seen the first Harry Potter movie and the last one. I'll fill in the gaps. I'm not worried about it.
You figured out what else is going on
I
there.
figured out the other 8. Yeah, that's true. All the first and the last, so I don't need to see the rest.
Nah, you get the idea here.
Yeah, look at all these stars, man.
Superstars, that's what they are.
Superstar.
Halifax, Nova Scotia. The Metro Centre.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at them. That green screen. We should do a podcast like this. I should just have my chest hair hanging out like the king does.
I'll wear a 3-piece baby blue suit.
Yeah.
Like Vince. We gotta get somebody to wear the Macho Man hat.
I'll do it.
You'll do that and the crown?
Yeah, I'll change.
Macho King.
Yeah. I'll do like a Taylor Swift, set, change. We'll do different eras. We should do Undertaker Eras night.
The Eras tour. I like it. Who told King it was okay to go out there bare chested, man?
Yeah, pal, I'm going out there because he wants to look. No, he looks better than that.
Maybe he thought he had a shirt on. Maybe that's what it
Maybe
was.
he thought he had a sweater on. I get mistaken for that when I'm at the pool. Sure, take your sweater off.
Well, it's funny to see King and Savage here. You know,
Old
they had a
together, man.
history in Memphis, probably like
Yeah,
10 years before this, and here they are
yeah.
doing commentary for Vince McMahon, man, all these years later.
It's crazy that Macho Man was on commentary at this point, but which is part of the reason he leaves, right? The next year.
Yeah, he still had it in the tank, so he went on WCW, and he was right. He had
Yeah.
some incredible matches in WCW for the next 5 years,
Yeah.
and then he went on to be in the Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he did. Bonesaw. And cut a rap album.
Oh, Be a Man.
Diss tracks.
It's been re-released on vinyl in the past year. Are you gonna pick that one up? Add it to your collection?
Negative.
No,
I'm not.
that would go great, along with all the Need to Breathe records.
Yeah. Need to Breathe, Journey, my album.
And Randy Savage.
Randy
That's a
Savage.
collection right there. Oh, here we go. This is how you want to kick off some Saturday morning superstars, because nobody squashes some jabronis like these guys.
Nope.
The Steiner brothers.
Look at that hair. That's what I'm going for right there. Scotty.
I'm going for Rick's mustache. That's what I want to go
Michigan. Michigan, who just recently beat Ohio State.
for. Ooh, so you think it's going to be Georgia and Michigan in the national championship this year? What do you think?
I'd love it. Hopefully, as the dropping of this podcast, hopefully we have gotten past. Well, hopefully tomorrow we'll get past Alabama.
Yeah.
Who are these guys?
Dude, if you look up the definition, if you look up the definition of barrel chest in the dictionary, you'll see a picture of Iron Mike Sharp.
Oh, golly.
There's so much chest hair on this episode of Superstars already.
Already. Feels like
You
it's rated
just don't
X.
see that anymore. A Tom Selleck Playgirl spread. Oh, yeah, dude.
So much chest hair. There was no Manscaped back then. That's the thing.
Definitely not.
No.
We don't have a promo code anymore, but
No. High.
We love you,
undies,
Manscaped.
man. High undies above the navel, dude.
Dude, almost up to it's almost a singlet.
Yeah.
Iron Mike Sharp.
Tube top onesie.
Good gracious, man.
Oh, Steiner. So nowadays there's a tag team on Raw that you were unfamiliar with because they're from NXT, but you said they reminded you of these guys.
Yeah, the Creed brothers. Is that what they are?
Hello, my friend. Yeah, Scott Stapp and Mark Tremonti are on Raw now. No.
And
no, but Julius and Brutus Creed.
Yeah, dude, I saw their match with Alpha Academy when they debuted. Just randomly tuned into it. They impressed the heck out of me.
Yep, they're fun, man. They're a fun throwback to something you would see on a Saturday morning like this. Oh my!
Scott Steiner about to murder a man.
The
Dragon suplex.
Full Nelson, Dragon suplex.
Good
man.
Lord! In 1993 on WWF.
Yeah, you didn't see that. You see that on Japan, like a Japanese show, but I mean, I can't even stop looking at his hat.
Who is this guy in the women's swimsuit? What's this guy's name?
This guy, I have no idea. I think it's Patches O'Houlihan.
There we go. I was waiting for you to give me a name.
Yeah. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. He's not doing a good job right now. He likes to drink his own urine because it's sterile and it tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely Patches. Look how white he is.
So white, so flabby.
Oh, here he goes. Butterfly suplex.
There's a smile on Scott Steiner's face.
Yeah, he loved it, dude.
Just knew he was about to legally murder somebody.
Oh, here we go. Picking him up like he's a Cheerio.
What is Scott doing?
Oh, my.
No, he's not. Rick's got patches on his shoulders. Scotty with a top DDT up the shoulders.
Dude, you can't do that in a match anymore.
He is not moving.
Down to 3. No, he's actually paralyzed.
He's actually paralyzed. He's not breathing.
That guy loves him. That guy's hat.
Grandpa loves him. Budnick loves him.
Bobby Budnick. Oh.
Man, Steiner Brothers are so cool. One of my first pieces of merch I ever owned was some Steiner Brothers wristbands.
Oh.
Oh, I have that WWF magazine with the Undertaker on the
Do
cover
you?
right there. I was a loyal subscriber and had that
No
video game.
holds barred action.
93.
Undertaker versus Ric Flair here.
Right, man. Superstar or Royal Rumble for the SNES. God, what a terrible video game, but man, it was so fun.
We didn't know.
No, we didn't know.
Yeah.
You could do a Royal Rumble match. You could just do like 3 moves, but it was still fun, man. You could go outside and hit somebody with the chair. It was good stuff.
Look at Diesel, man.
With the windbreaker.
Windbreaker with no shirt underneath. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous game if you got chest hair. Zipper on top of no.
Oh, no. You can't risk that right here.
Oh, man. Shawn Michaels, Intercontinental Champion.
You got the Gorilla Monsoon look going on now with the sunglasses.
Yeah, he just needs his Abbey hat.
I wish he did.
Next time I wear a brown tie, a purple shirt, and a red jacket. I mean, did he get dressed in the dark? How dark were those sunglasses?
That's right. Yeah, the sunglasses.
Those are like nothing gets through.
With a quarter in the middle of his tie as well. I don't know what that is.
Good tie.
Why is there a tie
but
pin?
it's embedded in it.
My goodness. So Gorilla's hyping up Shawn Michaels and Crush. You got the look, man. Yeah, I dig it. Shawn and Crush at Survivor Series 93. I mean, I've talked on here endlessly about my love for Kona Crush. How could you not love that guy? Look at all the color. Look at that hair. I'm sorry, Travis. He's got you beat on the haircut.
Feathered to perfection. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Look at it, dude. He's got like a 6 head, but his hair is standing up beautifully.
And he's got Lex Luger promo disease with the finger pointing in every direction.
Feathered hair. Diesel's just standing there like a rough rider. I mean, my grandma had that jumpsuit or that. I think she had that.
Everybody's grandma had that.
Yeah, they walk around the mall in it.
That's right. Little mall walking.
Oh. King just gave him the old wiggly fingers.
He gave him the old macho fingers.
Macho
What'd you think of Macho as commentary?
Rick Steiner's.
I think he did. They might have got him from the same.
Yeah.
Same. What's the Joanne's Fabrics? That's what I was going.
Yeah, there you go. Ben Franklin's. What do I think about Macho's
commentary, man?
I mean, he's definitely got a voice that's unique for sure, but he's all over the place, man. I mean, he's fun. He wasn't my favorite, but I also wasn't like as heavily invested in it as you were. I mean, I'm sure you probably loved it, didn't you?
I do. I like it. It's not like in my top 5 commentary teams, but I enjoy because he did bring the passion to it that the Macho Man always did. It was never boring. It was never exciting. It's just like
kid.
It was like Sean Waltman here.
His hat.
That's the hat. I wish I could have got you.
Oh man, this is a holiday ornament with an attitude. It says right here.
It is, man. Can't you tell?
From Menards. It's beautiful.
So this is 1, 2, 3
I do
kid.
have the rock sideburns here though.
You do got those coming in. This is the kid building up that big rematch with Razor Ramon for the $10,000 match that had him.
Oh yeah.
Moment we rewound 100 times when we watched that match back of him slipping off the top rope straight to the floor.
There he is, Razor Ramon. This guy
the bad guy.
Cool, man. I don't care who you are. That crowd, man, doing the Jey Uso out there, getting it.
The bad guy.
My brother was like a wrestling adjacent fan. I mean, he's 5 years older than me, but when the NWO was big and everything, I tell you what, man, he loved Chris Jericho and he liked this guy right here. He gave me the Razor's Edge more than anything I've ever seen. Everybody liked to do that little chest pump, and the hair and hey yo. I mean, just so many things that it's just like you can imitate Razor. We talk about this endlessly, but like he had things you could do and you would know, oh, that guy's being Razor Ramon, like as a kid. There's too many guys nowadays, like whoever we just saw, Iron Mike Sharp and Patches O'Houlihan. Like you don't know if you were being them for Halloween. Like they had nothing distinguishable about them. Like Razor did,
Yeah, if a kid showed up as Iron Mike Sharp on my doorstep, I'd give him all the candy that I had.
Who are you? I'm Iron Mike Sharp.
Yes.
Come on in, kid.
I'm adopting you as my child.
Yeah. watch Superstars.
Oh, what's up, Bret Hart?
Bangs in their eyes better than Bret Hart. There are 16 televisions there.
What is Bret
With
Hart
his
doing?
face on 'em.
Cutting a promo on Razor Ramon for the King of the Ring right here. I think they're going to
Yep.
face off in the first round there. And
This is packed for Superstars.
that's a nice arena. Yeah, it's a good side. We've seen much worse on here, but yeah, they got a good turnout there. Man, you're exactly right. We talked about this. We did a tribute episode to Razor Ramon when he passed away last year. Christmas tree cake number 2 right there. But yeah, he was cool in a legit way. He's not just like a wrestling character that they're telling us is cool. He's not a guy pretending to be cool. He was just effortlessly cool. And I mean, yeah, like a movie star or something.
I think Nash is the same way. I mean,
Nash is the same way, but yeah, I mean, Scott Hall just on a different level.
Yeah.
He didn't have to try to be cool. Everything just came naturally to him. And yeah, even to a non-wrestling fan, you could just tell and appreciate that.
Oh man, here we go. Fall away slam. Charlotte does that nowadays, and Raquel Rodriguez, they do it well. JBL used to do it as tribute to Razor, but he's no longer wrestling. Who's this guy in the ring with him?
This is I don't know. I got nothing.
El Not So Dandy.
That's better than anything I could have done. Oh, just folded him in half.
Say what, there was no regard for like neck safety back then.
El Not So Dandy.
Die.
Where do they find these guys, man? These guys get to live in history on Peacock, like right next to Roman Reigns and Hulk Hogan. What a sell!
Yeah,
I give him credit for that.
Explaining to my kids tonight about how like this is what wrestling used to be. Like we got to see at Survivor Series, it was like all the main guys teaming up together. Like, but it didn't used to be like that. I was telling them, like, you know, the John Cena's of those days would wrestle like once every 3 months. Like you see him like maybe once a month on TV. But like I was just explaining to them basically what Super Truck was. It was kind of funny they were doing this. Mean Gene with a face to face.
God, this is what I want my office to look like.
I was gonna say
I want that desk.
Big U-shaped.
U-shaped, every color in the rainbow desk. And Mean Gene, what kind of tie is that he's got on?
Pickle in his though. It's not as cool as Gorilla's quarter tie.
It's not as good as that.
Hulk Hogan, Yokozuna, the King of the Ring.
That's what we're building up to here. The death of Hulkamania, essentially.
Yeah.
What flag is that on his tie?
It's got Puerto Rico.
That's what I thought. Puerto Rican legend Gene Okerlund here.
Well, maybe he was just paying homage to El Not So Dandy.
Maybe that's it.
Here we go.
Oh, then we're going to get Mr. Perfect and Mr. Hughes. I can't believe Vince let that happen. Two Mr. in one match.
I mean, he looked. I think you said it a long time ago. World War II body, dude. They just these guys just had the World War II body. Everybody's grandpa's body looks like that, dude. I mean, he is probably how old is he here?
28.
Right, but to me, he was like 58, you know?
Exactly.
But he looks like a grown man.
Fresh out of college.
Yeah, just
he was just born with that scar tissue on his forehead, I'm pretty sure.
Scar tissue that I wish. Yeah, man, absolutely, dude. Just born there. Dusty always had it, too.
Yeah.
It was just nasty D-bonds.
Oh, my God.
Real lumpy.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like Campbell's Chunky Soup.
Him and New Jack.
Yeah, well, that's
different level.
Yeah, New Jack's out of control. Mean Gene, man.
Pencil thin mustache.
That looks better than Vince's. Speaking of scars, body.
What is that?
That's something sensual.
I don't know what body part that is.
Oh, that's Lex.
Oh, it's sexy Lexi right there.
Rubbing, it was sexy. Rubbing his forearm.
That's why they call him the
metal
narcissist.
plate.
That's right, man.
Exactly.
He just made his first WWE television appearance in 28 years.
Oh, was it on the bump or whatever?
On the bump. Yeah. First time on a WWE program.
Anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
I hope that paves the way for a Hall of Fame induction.
Yeah, I hope so, man.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Philly.
He's been through a lot of stuff and a lot of his own problems, but he's seems like he's in a great place and just seems like a great guy nowadays. So hope he gets that moment. He deserves that for his career. I mean,
absolutely. Yeah. Based on recent goings on in the WWE, never say never, dude.
Well, if it hadn't happened already, I'd probably say never for Sonny.
Who knows, man? Never know.
It's always Sonny in the penitentiary.
Yeah. She'll probably make that video.
My God.
Get some bail money.
Oh, man.
I mean, this guy, years later, I was like loving him on WCW. Like,
dude, the perfect
here he is.
Opening match guy, Rhino Jr. And the son of Rhino.
Who was that? Guy was terrible. What is his name?
Not a fan of the Hacksaw singlet era.
No, I sound weird, but I like the blue underwear. Just the blue underwear.
Yeah, what about the blue Umbros that he wore like in 2007?
No, I'm good.
This man was on the Raw roster in 2007 and 8.
Yeah.
Tag teaming with Super Crazy. What a world.
Drunk Vince night. He just pulled names out of a hat.
You can't make that up.
You know, it's crazy. I was thinking today, like with CM Punk back, like him and Randy back, and like Lashley's there. Edge is still wrestling. He's on AEW, but like it's basically SmackDown from 2006 and 7 is on TV. Miz, like it's just wild.
Like Bobby Lashley and Carlito had a match on SmackDown
a
few weeks ago, man.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. Once again, never say never. CM Punk is back. As of this recording, he is in Nashville on Raw.
We'll see how long that may be over with by the time this episode posts.
That's true.
Who knows, man? Enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah.
He is 3-point stance. You know it's over when that happens.
That's it.
That's like a Goldberg squash right there, man.
Ding Dong Bundy's gone, man. He's out of the match. That's what I call that guy. Maybe Rhino or Ding Dong Bundy.
Let's go with Ding Dong Bundy, man.
Ding Dong Bundy is dead. You're out.
I can't compete with you, man.
It's the hat, dude.
Woo! Magic hat. Yeah, dude. Hacksaw.
Threw that. Just did that 2-out-4, 60 yards into the air.
And he caught it.
Yeah.
The spin on there, too. The King's got the Magistrator out.
Yeah.
Well, the King is a great artist.
He is. Simpsons hands here.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan could be a Simpsons character.
He could. There's no reason he shouldn't have been.
No. So he's giving the thumbs up. And then circle around it.
No.
Oh.
Ooh.
No, 2x4s.
Boo, King.
Oh, no, man.
Tell you what, they gave KO a telestrator a few weeks ago on SmackDown, and I want it all the time.
Oh, man.
He's the best.
Let him be on commentary forever.
I honestly, man, I think you and I can hang out with KO and Sammy and be best friends. Like they're just amazing guys. They are hilarious and go back and forth, and it's ridiculous.
Didn't Road Dogg do commentary a couple weeks ago?
He did Yeah, he did. Got called upon to do it. So.
I'm surprised he survived that without getting fired.
Right? Here he comes. That's Samoan bulldozer.
Man.
Yokozuna.
I've said it on here many times. This is, I credit Yokozuna as much as anybody for making me like a hardcore wrestling fan, because you had to have the great villain to root against. And to me, at this age, when I was watching this, 7 years old, Yokozuna was the perfect villain, even though he's wearing those Walmart flip-flops. Your specialty, man.
Yes, sir.
$1 store flip-flops you
All
wear to this day. I
the
didn't like
time.
seeing him in that. That was not as intimidating. But man, what a monster. What a beast this
Yeah.
guy was, dude.
And
Emotionless. Just
oh yeah. Just like a casual fan at the time, this guy drew me in. You know, like I knew who this guy was. He's intimidated me. You know, he definitely looked like a big scary monster.
yeah,
Again, heels are somebody you want to pay to see get beat. You know, and that's what he was.
exactly.
You want to
Exactly.
pay to go see him get beat. Flair's the same way.
And
Triple H in 2003 was the same way.
he'd crushed the Golden Goose. He'd crushed Hulk Hogan, and he was about to
Yeah.
do it again.
Looks like Mr. Fuji made a cheese grater out of for a pillow last
Yeah,
night.
talk about scar tissue, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Scar tissue I wish you didn't sell.
And Hillary Clinton had left the White House at this time to do interviews for the
Checking out Yoko.
He's very upset about something.
Did not touch that man. Whoa. Hard to believe that guy is a NOI.
You know,
really.
it fooled me
Yeah.
as a kid.
It did as a kid, but now I'm like, yeah, duh. Of course he's sold.
Right,
But
exactly.
yeah, at 7 years old, I was like, this giant Japanese guy, you know, he's crushing people. Yeah, when you look at it now, it's like, dude, not even close.
Exactly. That's how wrestling worked back then, man. It happened all the time.
Yep.
What, Chief J Strongbow? Just an Italian guy? It's not okay. It was okay back then.
Yeah, I mean, they were fine with it. The guys were in on it. It's fine. Yeah, times have changed.
Yep.
I don't think you can do that, and I don't think the performers would allow you to do that. So.
Yeah, and Owen Hart in the Nation of Domination.
Yeah, dude. Clearly. But no, hey. It wasn't a racial thing.
No, definitely not.
Of course not. Just coincidentally.
Farouk just called Undertaker the White Savior.
Right.
That's all.
They all put their hands up in a fist like Black Panthers. Yeah. Ooh, superstars still to
Hulkster's still to come.
Ew.
What's up next? This is what we came here for. This is our main event right here. You hear the gong. Paul Bear carrying a body bag out with him.
That's what it's all about. The people's mustache. The people's eyebrow. Look at the people's mustache. Look at that thing. His face is just like the Rock's eyebrow.
Permanently stuck right there. Ooh.
Oh, that Taker figure.
The Hasbro right there, man. It's on my shelf over there. His very first action figure.
All right, so he's babyface, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure at this time.
He had been, yeah. He had been for a little bit. I guess he would be until what, 98? Right?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
6-year run. And then
Right into the Ministry of Darkness. I call that guy just incredible.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is. PJ Walker.
Just incredible also. He had 2 hats on. He had 2 hats on, bro. He had the hat he had on earlier, and then he had the Taker hat on top of it. Go back and rewind that, people. He had 2 hats on. So PJ Polacco is in the ring?
He is, man.
He's going to be just incredible.
Man, future world champion. Oh, that's a good hat. The painter's cap.
Yeah, that's a great hat.
Who decided those were going to be in fashion? Even as a kid, I never thought those were pretty cool.
I don't know. Doesn't that hat look tiny on Taker's head?
It does look a little small. Might have shrunk in the wash.
Small. Yeah. Well, so you didn't have one of those things that I used to use.
That's right.
Put your hat in the dishwasher.
Exactly.
Dude, got to get an ICO program, baby.
Oh, man. You got to want it.
I mean, jeez.
Were you ever a gold chain guy, Travis?
No. Never a gold chain. My dad still wears a gold chain to this day.
Oh, yeah.
I never was a gold chain guy.
That's probably why you didn't like it, because your dad wore one.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Oh,
I never was a gold chain.
Just incredible. PJ Walker. Stole those tights from Marty Jannetty, it looks like.
I was going to say, yeah, dude, Jeff Hardy pants. Same era. Jeff Hardy's 13 years old.
You a fan of Just Incredible? Because, like, I mean, he had the incredible ECW run, but just never clicked, really, ever in WWE.
I really liked him in ECW. I thought he was a really good heel. Him and Lance Storm, the
Oh
Impact
yeah,
players. I thought
I
they were great, dude.
I did like
Together.
them together.
I remember when he won the world title, I was a little shocked because I didn't see him as a main event guy. But honestly, he was a great heel. Just like I was saying, he's a guy you want to pay to see get beat by Sandman or Rhino or Raven or somebody like he or Tommy Dreamer. They had some, what's it called, a Stairway to Hell match or something? They
Yeah,
had barbed wire.
ladder
Like
match
it
and
had
barbed wire. Yeah,
actual like they went out and got like razor wire. I remember because I remember reading it online as it was happening. You read on the
oh, he
he
just
just
took a
ate a choke
heck of
slam.
a choke
Took a
slam.
choke slam from Hades.
Up
Oh,
for
here
it,
he
brother.
comes.
Oh, the big giant naked man is walking out.
Baby B&B coming out.
Gets the pin off a choke slam there, but Giant Gonzalez stalks his way out here to interrupt things with Harvey
And
Whippleman. He's wearing a suit from the Gorilla Monsoon collection.
I mean, what part of this outfit made Vince think that was money, dude? It's just bad. It's bad for 93. It's not good.
Slim good body.
Yeah, dude. It's just too much. Get off, man.
These guys have been feuding since January, and it is
Yeah.
June.
Yeah, it
Like,
is
give me a
6
break.
months. Yeah. Oh, here he comes.
Well, here's the guy. Oh, shades on for Mr. Hughes right here.
Yes, sir.
He is gonna.
Uh-oh.
He's one of Mr. Whippleman's clients. Oh my God! Huge bump from Paul Bearer.
Yeah, that was a big ups.
Big boss man
Whippleman
slam.
got
Whippleman
the
grabs the
urn.
urn. He probably weighs as much as the urn weighs.
Right?
He's gonna hand it to Mr. Hughes. What a
Uh-oh.
character, man.
Taker has no idea this is happening.
He does it. He's
Behind him.
probably growing weak because the urn is not in Paul Bearer's power. Nailed him with it.
Yes. Oh no, down to one knee, up to 2 feet.
Not again.
Ooh, hit him again.
Ooh.
Right in the C4. Everybody knows that's the worst place to get hit.
Oh, that's never where you want to get hit with an urn.
No. Anytime I hit with an urn, I usually hit in the lumbar.
You respect that.
Yeah.
You have enough respect for another human being to do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that to him. C4.
I mean, and this is a massive moment, dude. The urn has been a signature part of Undertaker's lore and his character. Giant Gonzalez it's already trailed off to the back.
Yeah.
For some reason. You saw him there in the corner.
Afterthought.
But yeah, this is the first time of many, many times that someone has stolen the urn away from Undertaker and Paul Bearer. And first time really anyone's laid out Paul Bearer. Yeah. He took a big bump and then took a huge urn shot there. Look, Undertaker and Paul Bearer are lifeless.
I was going to say, that's putting him over big because Taker is not usually selling this much. He has been beaten.
It's such a massive moment, and it's so crazy that there was really no payoff, no match between these guys, not even on TV or like a Coliseum video or anything, certainly not on pay-per-view.
That makes no sense.
The urn, Mr. Hughes is going to carry the urn around for a few weeks, and then Harvey Whippleman is basically just going to take it back and give it to Giant Gonzalez for SummerSlam 93. Paul Bearer will get it back. Mean Gene is devastated by this.
I have that tie.
I think everybody has that tie.
Yeah. Probably came in a box. T-shirt. Oh, no, I hit pause.
Mean Gene said Undertaker, during the break, carried Paul Bearer back to the ringside area.
Oh, that's a load.
I find that hard to believe.
Oh, man. I went backwards 7 minutes.
That's okay. That's all we needed to see in that episode.
Oh, okay.
But I just want to talk about it for a minute before we start our next episode, because that was the big moment. I mean, again, a huge moment for Mr. Hughes. Probably his biggest moment in all of wrestling. Mr. Hughes had many runs through wrestling. What do you remember about Mr. Hughes?
I remember he was with Jericho for a minute in '99 for some reason. Wild to see him back in '99 doing anything on TV. Yeah. So that was crazy. But yeah, I mean, again, I wasn't really an avid fan at this point, but I do remember him. He's a big, impressive guy. Remember the Mr. Name, and then he showed up in WCW
He was in WCW, he was in ECW, he went everywhere.
Yeah,
It just kind of never had a
never
big
really. Yeah,
run. Just but he showed up everywhere.
yeah, he was just kind of there. I remember him on like WWE Saturday Night and stuff. He never was a big player, just was there. But yeah, I always liked his gimmick, dude. The glasses on, it's great.
Dude, I like it, man, because I've talked many times on here. I hate IRS. Thought he looked like such a dweeb in his suspenders and tie, but maybe I'm a hypocrite, but I love it on Mr. Hughes. But I think it's because Mr. Hughes is such an intimidating,
Yeah,
just mountain of a man, and
yeah,
he looks like a James Bond, like just henchman
villain. Yeah, he
out
does.
there with the hat and the tie and the sunglasses, and I thought it was a great look for him. He's one of those guys he's not that great or
No,
anything, but like watching it back, I kind of really appreciate him just because he does have a presence, and somebody like the Barbarian,
Scott
like a
Norton, dude. I feel the
Warlord or
same
something,
way.
or Scott Norton, like
Yeah,
just the kind of wrestler that
Bloodline.
doesn't exist anymore. That
No.
just is just a mountain of a man. Just doesn't really sell or anything. Doesn't have any great
Yeah.
moves. Is just like a beast out there. Um, but yeah, that was his moment in the sun, and these guys never really had a big blow off. I did find some fan cam footage of them having a house show match, and of course Undertaker beats him, and he does
Sure.
get Mr. Hughes up for a tombstone,
Oh wow.
which is pretty freaking impressive.
Yeah, that's impressive as
Um,
heck.
they did have a awful moment in there where Mr. Hughes whiffs on a drop kick that he's supposed to hit, and then him and Taker just both kind of stand up and stare at each other for like 10 seconds, not knowing what to do for a moment. It's a little.
And not one of those cool like RBD Jerry Lynn standoffs where he, like,
No, it wasn't.
yeah.
Wasn't a thing where everybody started clapping. I was just like, what do I do? What do we do
Yeah, I'm
next?
doing my hands. Yeah,
But
that's funny.
man, I always will remember. You talk about a worker, dude, a guy who made the most out of his one little moment in the sun. When we went to the big event in 2020, we saw Mr. Hughes there signing autographs. And what did he have on his gimmick table? He had an urn.
Urn, yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
milking this one big moment
7 years later.
30 years later. Yeah,
Yeah.
27. I'm sure he's still doing it now. He's got
Yeah,
an
probably
action
still.
figure. He's about to get his very first action figure, and it's going to come with an urn accessory.
Oh, that's beautiful. You got to get that, man.
I'm definitely going to get that when it comes out. So, yeah, just an interesting footnote. Again, never really went anywhere, but it was a pretty big angle. Last year, we covered Undertaker and Berserker and Undertaker and Nails, which both of those never really went anywhere, but they were big TV angles, kind of led to some house show matches. A fun little moment in history that really necessitate a full episode. But
Yeah.
let's check out another great Superstars moment as we wrap up the year here on Talking Taker. We're going to look at November 13th, 1993 on Superstars. A patriotic moment that will live in infamy here in The Undertaker's career. November 13th, 1993. We'll watch this along for a little bit till we get to Undertaker's big moment. Travis, let me know when you got that pulled up, and we will watch that.
I got it ready. Is it going to go all the way to the end, or what are we doing? We don't know. It's coming up somewhere. Okay, we'll figure it out. All right, so we'll go 3, 2, 1, play, and start at the beginning. And 3, 2, 1, play.
All right, I got it all that time.
Perfect.
Wonder if Ding Dong Bundy will make an appearance on this episode.
I hope so. Almost clicked skip intro. Excuse me. That would have been bad.
Well, we got about 15, 20 minutes of this one. So
I'm just so used to hitting skip intro on anything I watch.
yeah, fair enough.
Look at these graphics, though. Oh, there he is.
Giant Gonzalez still in the intro. I think he's long gone from the company at this point.
In November? Dang.
Yeah, SummerSlam with Undertaker.
Yeah,
that was it for him, man. I think he made one more appearance after that. Now, here, there's like, this is the arena is half the size of the last one we were in.
Yeah. King's got his, does not have his chest well, it's hanging out, but it's not as exposed as it was.
Oh, man, he never.
He's got a suit on.
His wardrobe is missing T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
It only had jackets and pants.
You know how much money he saved?
Until like 2008 when we started wearing like the Affliction T-shirts.
Affliction T-shirts, yeah.
That was a rough run for old King.
I think he designed some of those too.
Unfortunately, I'm sure he did.
I do love the King. I wish he was back on commentary.
Vince has his one suit on.
Yeah, powder blue. I think it's blue. I can't see through these sunglasses.
No way, man. You've worn the whole episode. You gotta
Oh,
keep
I'm not taking them off. There's not a chance. I'm sleeping in them. And this hat. I'm just gonna sleep right here.
Mr. Hughes style, man.
Yeah.
The only guy
Like,
who
I
ever
committed,
wrestled in
like,
sunglasses. Well, except for Super Kello. Another great guy who wrestled in sunglasses.
But his were like the Oakleys, Folkleys.
Right.
Jokeleys.
Right. They were Jokeleys.
Yeah. So I'm committed like Robert Downey Jr. and Tropic Thunder, man. Just gotta go. Commit all the way.
I'm glad you did not commit all the way. Quite like that.
No, talking about another thing you can't do nowadays.
These guys would have a problem with it. Men on a mission right here.
Oh, wow.
Mabel, Oscar, and Mo.
No, thank you. Yes, thank you. They loved it. Oh, that girl's doing the dance.
Were you a big rap fan in 1993?
Yeah. Snow Informer? Are you kidding me? So good.
Tag team?
Yeah. Tag team. Whoop, there it is. I mean, I loved rap. I don't know. I just did. I liked all kinds of music. I liked country, rap, like rock, southern rock. Give me everything. A little bit of everything. Good stuff, man. 93 was a good year.
Oh, my goodness.
Just released their second album a couple of weeks before this.
We're getting a double shot of Iron Mike Sharp, man.
We are, man. Iron sharpens iron, baby. Let's get two of them.
His man boobs have gotten saggier since the last time we saw.
6 months. Yeah. Look at that hair, dude.
And his pants have gotten higher.
Hey, just ready for gravity.
And again, he is 24 years old here.
Looks like he runs a deli in Chicago.
What do you have? What do you have?
Yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah. In the 40s. Like, yeah. Like, he's ready to call a mobster to put a hit on you.
I don't think he bumped right there. I think he just collapsed under the weight of Mo.
Well, this is when Mabel's a baby face at this point, right?
Oh, yeah. Men on Mission are huge baby faces right here.
But then he'll be heel in, 2 years?
A couple of years, he's going to main event SummerSlam.
Yeah, right? So it's interesting. I was pointing that out because, as we know, and we pointed out on this show, typically, again, and this is not, apparently wasn't the deal back then, but the baby faces would be on the side where you can see them, on the side where Iron Mike Sharp and whoever, John McGillicuddy is over
I think
there.
it's Mike Adequate. Not Mike Awesome. Mike Adequate right over there.
Mike Average, yeah.
Look at him.
Look at him. Yeah, it is Mike Average. C makes a doctor. Oh, man. I bet it wasn't above average Mike Sanders. That's my favorite.
I miss that guy.
You know what that means. But yeah, I mean, the baby faces nowadays would be on that side where you can see them the whole time.
Or are we sure?
Television crew.
Maybe Iron Mike and Mike Adequate are the true baby faces here.
This guy. Oh, I mean, that guy's going to pull up Monday morning and be working on a dock. Like riding a forklift, unloading a shipping container.
100%.
Yeah. I do that sometimes. I have done that. I'm just saying, like, that guy's 100 going to be doing that. There's not a doubt in my mind.
He can always point to this. He is on a streaming service on the WWE Network on Peacock.
Have you seen the lead singer of Three Down recently?
No, sir. I can't say that I have.
Guys. Tim.
Is he looking adequate?
Like that guy.
Is he going to be on the Creed tour?
Yeah, dude.
Oh man,
Creed cruise.
I think we gotta find our way to one of those shows.
I can't. Every time it's like on a weeknight. It's ridiculous.
It's okay.
They're like on Tuesdays on like Greensboro. I have to take 2 days off.
Yeah. Why do you have PTO if not for that?
I only have 15 days.
And how many times are you going to see Creed on tour?
Apparently 0.
You got to live a little bit, brother.
Look at that.
There's
President
1,800
Republican.
white people in the audience.
Yeah,
with
right.
No rhythm.
Oh, your audience. Wonder what that guy's doing now.
Oscar?
Yeah.
I think he was still like making the rounds like at least a couple
Probably
years
eating
ago. I
TNA.
don't know. I don't know if he was ever in TNA. Who is that
Maybe
guy?
coming AEW. I got
Joe
Joe
Fowler.
Fowler.
Foul on the play right here with this guy.
Yeah. Joe None More Fowler.
With a striped shirt and a multicolored tie, man.
His tie just got dipped in paint. He just pulled it out.
Nothing says 1993 like that right there.
His stripes don't even match.
Oh my word.
Survivor Series on Wednesday night, dude. That's so good.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
How much better would Survivor Series have been if it was the night before Thanksgiving, bro? Come on.
Good. Although it was spectacular.
Yeah, it was still great. Still great.
Yeah, Wednesday night would be fun. We got
building up the Hearts
Hart
against
family,
the King.
The King and his Knights.
Yep. He's actually wearing
like
a shirt there.
Brett and Owen just found two guys from Unsolved Mysteries and added them to their team.
I might as well have.
Yeah. Well, a lot of Unsolved Mysteries in that family. That's for sure.
That's true.
Tell you, man, that guy's Bret Hart, man. He's so good.
Another guy I feel like you could say
Pops.
right there with Razor Ramon and Kevin Nash, just cool. Cool in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, he's not hitting like the one-liners like those two guys were, but like
No.
you couldn't
When he
say
came out in
Bret
the
Hart
leather
wasn't
jacket,
cool,
yeah.
man.
The glasses. This is cool, man.
You
He's just
can't-
so crisp and fluid.
Right. Yes. And you can't be a guy wearing pink in 1993 and not be cool. Like,
Exactly.
I mean, you can't get away with that unless you got some coolness too.
No.
Like, there's
I'll tell you
nothing
what I was
cool
doing.
about Jerry Lawler. Like, Jerry
Yeah.
Lawler is the ultimate, like, dad joke, dorky guy, and guy you hated back then. He wasn't cool. But Bret Hart
Bad
was
neighbor on the sitcom. Like
yes.
like the annoying neighbor from like a 90s sitcom. That's who he was. The dad from next door.
Great point.
And whereas Brett's the main character who was cool. He's the Zach Morris, you know?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you asked what I was doing in June of 2000 or 1993. I was probably seeing Jurassic Park.
Ooh.
Honestly, earlier November, I would have been seeing it again because it was in theaters for like 18 months.
I don't think I saw it in the theater. I think I saw it on home video.
Whoa! Me and Jonathan Alley, man, and his mom went and saw it in theater. I jumped in her lap when the Raptors came out. I got so scared. I love that movie.
Oh yeah, I mean,
that's hands down one of the greatest movies of all time. I don't care what anybody says.
No, I think it is. Yeah.
If someone disputes that, they're wrong.
Yeah, they're crazy.
But you don't have to like dinosaurs. It's a great movie.
No,
93 is a good year for movies.
It still holds up.
94 is too. Brett Clark.
Little preview for some next week's action or Monday Night Raw. No!
Ooh, versus
we've avoided him all episode. IRS. That's why I hated the guy. He was on every episode. You couldn't get away from him, man. Shyster.
Yeah. Erwin R.
And this guy. I wish I could avoid him.
Yeah.
Ludwig Borga.
Like the plague. Pre-Glacier.
You know, one of the great rivalries of the United States was our hatred of the country of Finland, which is what made Ludwig Borga such a great heel.
This guy he's fighting is in white singlet. This is never a good idea.
No. You're going to see the skid marks on this guy in just a little bit.
Ludwig's hair is just out of control. It's too high and tight.
It really is. So we get that picture-in-picture with the Quebecers and Yokozuna. Of course, this is leading up to the Ford Fanatics and the All-Americans at Survivor Series 1993. This mega tag team here. Like you said, this is what Survivor Series used to be. These teams you would never see. Got all the stars all together on these big elimination teams here. And Ludwig Borga, man, they had high hopes for him. And just one of those guys didn't quite work out for him.
Going up against Stu Pendis here.
Yeah, just incredible earlier.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Doing the double choke. Just pin him. I mean,
Kind of looks like Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar never got on the juice.
Right? Don't you dare Shelly Brock's name that way.
You're right. I shouldn't.
It looks like pre-Glacier. Like,
yeah, I can see that
Glacier,
too.
There's Glacier. It looks like his boots are good covers. Like, they're just like slip-ons. Like,
yeah, there's
over the boot. There's like, it's not really a boot. It's a shoe.
No
with
support
a
there.
Yeah. Oh, again, the world's strongest slam.
That's it.
Did that move? Whatever.
Finland's strongest slam.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, I can understand like the U.S.-Japan rivalry or the U.S.-Russia rivalry.
Right. Historic thing.
Finland? Why do I care if there's this monster villain from Finland?
Yeah, what have they ever done? No offense to our Finland listeners. What's the guy in torture rack?
Got him in the torture rack, though.
Stole it.
Underrated move.
I always got put in that with my brother, too. He did little Lex Flex. Luger.
That's one of the great backyard
time,
wrestling moves right there.
Oh, yeah. Got Razor's Edge all the time. And Lion Tamer. Gunther did the Lion Tamer.
Lughead Borga, go back to Hell Stinky.
Yeah.
That's a Hall of Fame sign.
That's why he was on the TV. Lughead Borga, go back to Hell Stinky.
Oh
Hell
my God.
Stinky, more like Hell Stinky.
Get this man off my television.
Yeah, right? He's playing the Sega Genesis.
There's no way Mike Rotunda has ever played a video game in his life.
No.
He has no idea what he's doing.
Razor Ramon, IRS.
Were you a Genesis guy or Super Nintendo guy?
No, Super Nintendo, man.
Oh,
but
yeah,
my buddy, I was just talking about Jonathan. He had the Sega Genesis, so we were best friends, and he had the Genesis, and I had the Super Nintendo, so we got to play each other's, at each other's houses all the time. So
I was jealous of people who had Segas, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought it was cool. Yeah, that was cool. I liked it. I just didn't want one. Like, I liked Super Nintendo better. But I was glad I got to play it a lot at his house. And same, right? He liked the Super Nintendo, but it was a cool thing. I liked Sonic a lot. Sonic 2 was one of my favorite games.
I loved Game Gears, man. I really wish I had a Game Gear.
Game Gear was cool because it was backlit, like you could see in the dark.
Yeah,
and that was because the Game Boy you couldn't
exactly.
You had to have the little
the little lamp
went on it.
Yes,
like your overhead projector.
Oh yeah,
that overhead projector.
Yeah, I had that.
All right, here we go.
This is what we're here for. Steiners in their Michigan jackets. Lex Luger in his Atlanta '96 jacket, I think it is.
I mean, is he 3 years ahead?
Yeah, man.
He's already got that swag.
They were pushing that for years, dude.
Oh yeah.
With the Fink doing the rare interview.
Yeah. Hey, look at that Atlanta swag. That's almost our hometown.
Yeah, man. Okay, so the story here is Tatanka was supposed to be the All-American's partner. We're going to have a traditional...
of course. I mean, the actual original American.
Exactly, on Thanksgiving. Right, man? But Luger said he's going to be there in spirit. But they got to find a new partner here, and they're going to reveal this new partner. Look at that shirt, man.
It just says Lex with an
Lex!
Yeah.
What is Lex Luger's haircut right here?
What that is, man?
What's going on?
It's so long in the back. Look at Scotty's though.
Woo! Okay. You're getting close.
My wife keeps asking how long I'm going. I'm just going to point at Scott Steiner.
Show her a picture of Scott Steiner.
Tell her.
Well, now this was huge. Lights go out. Oh. This is pretty cool because Undertaker had been the lone wolf for so long. Yeah. He'd always kind of been on his own page, done his own thing. And now here he is coming out to save the day with the other baby faces. It was very interesting to see him in this role.
Yeah, it was very uncharacteristic.
And they're pushing him as the top guy right here. Even though Lex Luger is still right there, Undertaker is going to get the next big match at Royal Rumble 94 after this. So, I mean, he is right there at the tippy top.
Yeah,
And we're
it's
just
just
no, go ahead.
really cool to see him out there because, like I said, it was just very uncharacteristic and you didn't expect it. That giant sign back there hanging.
Dude,
That is
airbrushed. That's
intense.
amazing. Like that was like a bed sheet they brought
Yeah,
in.
that was like a queen bed. I'd say it's more than twin.
Yeah, I'd say so.
For those at home not watching.
Taker
rattling
says,
off some verbiage here.
yeah, he says his existence has been filled with eternal darkness. Howard Finkel doing the speed skater pose. I don't know if you saw it, or the one arm behind
One
the
arm
back.
behind his back.
Yeah.
Nate Bargatze. Now,
does he do that?
On stage, has his one hand behind his back.
Rip
Yokozuna. Hogan.
And then a Hogan. Ooh, controversial right there.
Broke his neck. I think he was giving a slow promo.
He just said these men stand for what they believe in, American pride.
I'm an American.
This is it,
right
man.
Yeah, this is where it all begins.
This is the origins of that.
The seeds are planted right here. Kid Rock, dude, if he was just 6 years earlier.
Well, this is how he got inspired.
Exactly.
As a kid watching this.
In the streets of Detroit.
In Detroit.
Yeah.
Taker says he's going to let these foreign fanatics rest in peace.
Oh, yes.
What a
Lex
moment.
Yeah. Lex came around, saw it, and then
yeah, to see it right there.
Yeah. Oh.
And a lot of people don't know.
Watching X-Men.
Oh, for sure.
Go ahead.
A lot of people don't know Bono was watching this back in the day and got inspired for the Super Bowl halftime show back in 2002 when he opened up his jacket with the American flag after 9/11. He got that idea from Undertaker.
Really? That's insane. That's your worlds colliding right
there. True story. There they are, the Quebecers, Yokozuna, Johnny Polo.
Yes, boy.
Mr. Fuji and Ludwig Borga, the foreign fanatics out there.
Look at Johnny. God, looking so good.
They are pissed that the Undertaker had
they can't believe
the Betsy Ross flag on his jacket.
Yeah, Taker's been dead for so long. Last time he saw American flag, it was Betsy Ross made it. Undead zombie guy.
Yeah, well, it's never quite been explained why it was that flag on his jacket.
Oh, we gotta turn this off.
Or why this guy was ever in
Chuck. We gotta turn that off.
Wrestling Federation. Bastion Booger. Man, what do you think about the iconic Betsy Ross flag moment?
I love it, man. It's been a while since we revisited that, so it was fun to go back and see. And I think just the little detail, I know it's corny, but of Lex walking around and then finally seeing it and then being like, yeah, like it's like so ecstatic about it. That makes it right there.
He didn't know it was coming.
Yeah, he wasn't like he was in on it and like saw it was like, yeah, he had to go around and see it. You know, it's a little thing sometimes in wrestling that make things special. So that made that a special moment for sure.
I love the logic that Undertaker gets the call from Luger and the Steiners. We need you, man. We need you on our team. He's like, I'll do it. And then he goes to the seamstress and he's like,
yes,
I need a little something from you.
Yeah, a little something to take this up a notch.
And of course, famously, that jacket never seen again. I don't know if it got lost in the suitcase or Taker's dog ate it or something happened there, man. It sadly never made another appearance there. Taker famously hated it.
Oh man, he should wear it with the pants from 2002 or 2000. I mean, yeah, that'd be a good little thing. I mean, he's coming back in like backwards hats, do-rags, and sneakers now, so might as well just put that on.
Just bring that back. Well, you gotta say now it has stood the test of time. 30 years later, we all still remember it. Just in this one little promo on Superstars in '93 is still so memorable and so iconic. I love it. I think it's great. Taker himself hates it.
Do they have an action figure of that?
No, They really
They
need
should
to.
have one where he's holding it open. You
Absolutely.
can't pose him, but he's
It
stuff
should
like
be
that.
in the box on
Yeah,
display.
in the
Like that.
box, like that'd
100%.
be awesome.
Do it as a fundraiser for like tribute to the troops or something. That's
Yeah,
a way.
for real.
Yeah. Why not?
Golly, we all were talking on your episode, about the figures, and like that's one that would be cool to have upcoming.
Absolutely. I would buy it in a heartbeat. I think a lot of people would. But man, very
Heck, I
fun.
might even buy that one.
I think you have to put it in your. That'll be how you start your collection right there.
That'll be it, man. One and done. Start and finish it.
I love it. Superstars 1993. We'll put that one in the books, man. Just it's a great fun watching wrestling with my best friend and with all of our friends out there in the PSK. If only we had some Abby the Butcher's Chinese food and ribs to chow down on right now. Only if only in our dreams. Yeah, sad. Second best. Yeah. Didn't have Abby. We had little Debbie. But thanks to all you out there for listening and watching along with us. This was fun. This was a great way to close out the year. Just a little something silly and fun here for our Christmas month episode. We want to hear what your thoughts about it. Do you love the Stars and Stripes jacket on Undertaker? Were you a big Mr. Hughes fan? Do you wish we could have got a match with them? I would much rather have seen that than Taker and Giant Gonzalez again at SummerSlam 93. But leave us a comment, leave us a message, leave us a rating on Spotify, Apple Podcast, on YouTube, wherever you are listening and watching. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Talking Taker. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Twitter/X, but I will still post the episodes and stuff on there, but probably be posting a little bit less on there, and we'll post on Facebook and Instagram still. Who knows? But you'll find us. You'll see us. You all know where to find us and see us over there. I encourage you to do that. And like you said, Travis, I hope people will go listen to our bonus episode that I recorded with Randy Turco and Steven Zeman from the Collecting Dead Man podcast. Put that out a couple of weeks ago. We did a full recap of the year in Undertaker figures and collectibles. We talked about all of them and reviewed them all, talked about our favorites, talked about what we hope we see in 2024. So definitely a bit of a nerdy podcast, a niche of a niche here, but hopefully if you're an Undertaker fan, you will enjoy that and appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't collect figures, but it was very fun for me to listen to you guys talk about the different ones and how you came about getting a lot of them. So that's fun, just the cool stories you guys had to share about that. I know Steven likes to grab a couple and send them to you. So it's just really neat to see in the community that you guys have with that collection, that figure collecting stuff. And it's pretty cool. Yeah,
absolutely.
I enjoyed every second of it, man.
Great friends of the show and members of the PSK, so I hope you all listen to that. And if you do want to be a part of the PSK and show your PSK pride, you can't get one of these beanies. They are exclusive to just a handful of the most loyal PSK members out there, but you can get a PSK t-shirt. You can get a Take Her Easy t-shirt. You can get a Punisher Dice Morgan t-shirt or a Master of Pain t-shirt over at tpublic.com and at the Talking Taker store. That'll make a great Christmas present for the Undertaker fan in your life.
Yeah.
Or if you want some officially licensed WWE merch, like we said, I want you to click that link in the show notes or in the comments here on YouTube and use our WWE shop link and go purchase those right there and help us out and support the show in that way. Of course, shout out to our buddies at the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast. We want you to give them a listen. Their latest episodes have been looking back at the Hollywood Blondes. So looking back at that run, the classic tag team run with Flying Brian Pillman as they are going through Steve Austin's WCW run right now. And man, just a tag team that changed the world. Man, just one of the great tag teams of all time. Didn't quite get their due, but they were great while they lasted, the Hollywood Blondes. Right about at this time, 93, 94. And yeah, just want to say thanks again to you, Travis, for the past year of podcasting with you. It's been a blast, as always. Another year in the books. Just to run through it real quick, in case y'all haven't listened to it, check out the archives of Talking Taker wherever you listen to podcasts. We kicked off the year in January with the 25-year watch along of the Royal Rumble 98 casket match with Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, an all-time great. Then we did a bonus watch along with the Bottom Line guys. We did the 98 Royal Rumble, Stone Cold's victory there. Didn't even have the Undertaker in it, but we did a watch along for that match. We did the complete history of the casket match in February of this year. We talked about every casket match ever that ever happened. A really, really fun episode, really unique. I really enjoyed doing that one with you. Then we did follow that up. Another one of my favorites. We did the life and times of Paul Bearer. 10 years after his untimely passing, did a whole episode dedicated to William Moody and his career. A great look back, a great tribute to that man that means so much to us. Then 10 years watch along of WrestleMania 29, Undertaker, and very timely, CM Punk. How about that, man? I don't think we predicted that he'd be back in WWE 5 months ago when we did that episode, but there it was.
And they just flashed up on Raw that is his return in Survivor Series is the most viewed social thing on all platforms. 71 million views since Saturday.
Love him or hate him.
Night as we record. Yeah, that's what Triple H said in the press conference. You love him or hate him, he makes people pay attention. So whatever.
We did a bonus show with friend of the show, Randy Turco, who was our Manscaped contest winner on Undertaker's shaving a haircut. 2 bits. It was a great episode. We did a lost sort of chapter that we never covered during the Talking Taker Legacy. In May, we covered Mayhem in Manchester, the VHS UK Super Show, and Over the Edge 98 with Undertaker on the outside as the guest referee for that awesome match with Stone Cold and Dude Love. We ranked the Undertaker's top 10 rivalries of all time and debated those with each other. I did a little bonus show with Randy Turco, again talking about the Foo Fighters on the
Foo Fighters
celebration of their latest album release here in 2023. We did an episode, I think we have to do another one of these next year, man, the Monday Night War. We went back and forth with the main events on a special night in wrestling history in 1998, a night you were there in person for at the WCW show. That was a really cool episode. I really had fun doing that one. We toasted Mike Prue and the Bottom Line Wrestling Cast 5-year anniversary. I did an in-depth interview with him. Great look back at the history of their podcast as they celebrated 5 years. We looked back 15 years ago at SummerSlam 2008, that incredible Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker and Edge, his probably greatest SummerSlam match of all time. Of course, I went to SummerSlam with Randy and Watch Along Tommy and our buddy Nick. We did an episode recapping that incredible trip. You can watch the vlog on YouTube. We did another Memphis episode looking at the main event Monsters Part 2 in Memphis with Punisher, Dice Morgan, and the Master of Pain.
That it
was. And then this was your fault, the 5-year anniversary watch along of Crown Jewel. I can't believe we actually did that. They talked about Saudi Arabia on this latest 6 Feet Under episode, and Matt Lyda popped me. I laughed out loud because they were talking about Taker in Saudi on this trip to watch the boxing match, and then Matt Lyda's like, man, in Saudi Arabia, you did just some of your best matches of all time, Mark. Mark's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But I did that.
Some of your best paydays of all time.
Oh, that for sure. And then last month, man, another great episode. Man, I hate to toot our own horn, but I thought this was so much fun. The complete evolution of the Undertaker's entrance music. Yeah, very unique analysis of an important aspect of his career. Look back at every one of his theme songs, and then, like we said, the history of or the recap of 2023 in the year of Undertaker figure. So that's the year in Talking Taker. If you missed any of them, we encourage you to go back in the archives or check us out on YouTube and watch those. We will be back in 2024 I apologize if there's any technical difficulties. So I'm having a little difficulty with my MacBook that I usually record these on. We're recording this on my wife's computer. Hopefully everything turns out okay, but hopefully we'll have that all resolved for next year, and we will be back in January. Got a couple ideas for what to do. Mel, I'll throw them out to you. You can let me know now, or we can think about it. So it'll
Put it in the
be.
think tank.
We don't have any more Rumbles to watch, but I thought we could tie it in the 99 Royal Rumble. It'll be 25 years since the 99 Royal Rumble, and Undertaker makes an appearance in that Rumble. He's not an entrant, but he does make an appearance in the Ministry of Darkness and abduct another performer in there. And just be fun. Another fun. We always enjoy the Rumble watch-alongs.
Yeah.
Or there is the 94 Royal Rumble. We could watch along that infamous casket match with Yokozuna, another classic Undertaker moment. I don't know. I don't know which one would be better, or maybe our listeners can tell us which one you'd rather see. They will do both. Who knows? We'll do one of those, either the 30-year anniversary of 94 Royal Rumble or 25-year anniversary of the 99 Royal Rumble. But we will be back with that. Be sure to check us out, subscribe, give us a rating.
I made it almost the whole thing.
God bless you.
Sorry about your ear holes, people. Well, it
Hit
wouldn't
the
be a
mute
Undertaker
button,
episode if I
Travis.
didn't. If I didn't sing. I snuck up on me, dude. I couldn't hit the button that fast.
Vince McMahon would fire you so fast.
Yeah, well, probably for wearing his hat.
You look like you're straight out of the audience from one of these Superstars episodes.
I do.
It's so good.
Especially the Vermont one.
Well, Merry Christmas, my friend.
Merry
Love
Christmas to all.
Had a blast doing it.
All a good night. Happy New Year. Well, we'll see you on New Year. I guess we'll be back on
We'll be back on New Year's Day.
On New Year's Day. We'll be back for you. But yeah, hope you guys have a happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Diwali, all the things that you do. Happy holidays.
Festivus
for the rest of us. Happy all those things. Hope you get some good stuff like an Abdul the Butcher hat. Trinket. Putting this on the tree tonight.
We're going to need a picture for the gram.
Yeah, exactly. And whatever you got coming your way. So we'll see. Order something from our shop. We would love to have it. Or order something from Dirty Shop and just give us a little bit of a ching-chang put back into the old podcast universe here. So anyway, thank you guys for all the love and support. We will see you next year. And as always, take her easy.
Oh, my.